Now, if you want to move forward quickly in life, one of the rules that you may want to follow is never be attached to the plan. Never be attached to how it looks. If you want a certain outcome, oh yeah, definitely be committed to that outcome. You never know how the road to that outcome might look. You never know what the actual steps will look like. Okay, let's talk redundancies, and specifically what I like to call three redundancies. My grandmother used to say, if you don't have a plan B, you don't have a plan A. So if you don't have a different plan, if you haven't thought of literally an escape plan, literally a plan B, but I like to say if you don't have plan X, you don't have plan A, because chances are if you didn't plan for X, you didn't plan well enough. Because in this world, the compound interest is so intense that you truly don't know where the impossibility, where the challenge, where the next big shift is going to come from. If you look at tech over the past 10 years, right now it's AI. Right before that, it was quantum computing. Right before that, it was metaverse. Right before that, it was IoT. It's truly incredible how fast things have been evolving. The pace of progress is absolutely intense. And if you look at your own life, chances are in 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years, you're not going to recognize it. And this really reminds me of one of the ancient Chinese curses. May you live in interesting times. Now, the other one is, may you get what you wish for, because most of us, once we get what we wish for, we realize that what we wished is not what we actually wanted. Now, if you want to really move forward in life and move forward in life quickly, one, never be attached to the plan or the outcome. So you can plan it all you want, but chances are when you actually walk that road, it's going to be different. The path is going to be different than your vision. And now we're jumping right into number 2, and that's be flexible. Because if you're flexible, you're able to adjust much faster, and you're able to literally roll with the punches. And if you're able to adjust to the new circumstances faster, then you will have a competitive advantage. Then, outside of having a competitive advantage, it will just be much easier and much more peaceful for you. Now remember, whatever you want to do, especially if it's big, you're going to run into obstacles. You're going to run into challenges. You are going to face some tests. You're going to face some tests. That's part of the process. Your responsibility is never to be attached to the process, but be attached to the results that you want to achieve. So when it comes to making plans, let's say you're going on a trip, have multiple roads you can take there and give yourself a little bit extra time, right? So then if one plan fails, you can switch to another road, switch to another plan, and you have a little bit of extra time, so you're still peaceful, you're still chilling. And this applies whether you're traveling by car, whether you're traveling by boat, and whether you're traveling by plane or train. However you are traveling, even if you're in a spaceship, if you give yourself, one, a little bit of extra cushion time, and two, different routes. Let's say you ran into an asteroid and you got to go around, right? Or let's say your train had a little delay. That was unplanned. That is all part of the journey. So when you give yourself a little bit extra time, a little bit more redundancy, when you give yourself the ability to think outside the box and to stay peaceful no matter what, you can perform fully, going fervently forward, even if things around you are collapsing or seemingly collapsing. Then you can maneuver no matter what is going on, and you will always just keep winning. It will seem like you are always in flow because if something happens, you're like, okay, we can do this instead. If something else happens, you can, okay, we can do this instead. Something else happens, you're like, okay, we can do this instead. It always seems that you're composed. It always seems like you're in control, even if inside you might be freaking out a little bit. Even if inside you're like, you know what? We got to change again. We got to change again. We got to change again. And as you are able to actually do that, you can take the control that you are experiencing on the outside and harness it on the inside. And vice versa. You can take the deep inner peace that is always deep, deep, deep in there, and you can harness it. You can bring it forward. You can use it. So that way, even if you start feeling a little bit of agitation, you go even deeper. You go deeper, 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 deeper until you tap into that inner peace. And then you are that much more on purpose, that much more centered, and that much more peaceful. Remember that no matter what happens here, you can be the center of that storm. You can be that eye of the hurricane. I hope you enjoyed this. This is Nikita. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get it. Let's go.